I'm June Zeitlin. I'm with the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights based in Washington, D.C., and it's my honor to be moderating this panel on culture, religion, and human rights, applying what we have learned. I'd just like to say briefly a few remarks that frame the panel discussion, and then I'm going to turn it over to my esteemed panelists. But I want to remind everybody that one of the outcomes of this day-long discussion is to make recommendations to UN Women. And I can think of no area more important to make recommendations to UN Women than around culture, religion, and human rights. So I'm hoping, I know our panelists in their remarks and in the question and answer session, we can focus to some extent on these objectives, because obviously culture and religion need to be considered within the human rights framework, and the human rights framework has to be at the heart of UN Women. For many of the people in this room, Charlotte and others, all of us who worked on UN Women, we saw it as a transformational moment and a transformational organization. And so it's really critical that that leadership continue as we discuss these challenging questions of culture and religion, but mindful that it is within the human rights framework. So as we go forward, we're going to be talking about not only women's rights are human rights and human rights as women's rights. It was repeated, I can't tell you how many times at the launch of UN Women. And also talking about CEDAW, which is the most comprehensive women's human rights treaty. But this is the background under which we want to have this discussion today, and we want to help guide and advise UN Women as it moves forward.